Marijuana is steadily shedding its once taboo image. With increasing legalization and acceptance, more people are trying it than ever before. This raises important questions about its impact, especially on the brain. Is recreational marijuana use harmful? The answer, like most things in medicine, is complex. Many factors influence how marijuana affects an individual. Age, frequency of use, and overall health all play a role. Understanding these nuances is crucial for making informed decisions about marijuana use. This essay will explore the multifaceted relationship between recreational marijuana use and brain health. We will delve into the science, examine potential risks and benefits, and ultimately empower you with the knowledge to make informed choices. Marijuana's history is a tapestry woven with threads of medicine, stigma, and social change. For centuries, it was used for medicinal purposes in various cultures. However, the 20th century saw the rise of anti-marijuana propaganda, painting it as a dangerous drug that led to social decline. This narrative heavily influenced public perception and led to its prohibition in many parts of the world. However, recent decades have witnessed a resurgence of interest in marijuana's therapeutic potential. This shift is driven by scientific research and changing societal attitudes. Today, marijuana is increasingly recognized for its potential in managing chronic pain, nausea, and other medical conditions. This evolving landscape underscores the importance of approaching the topic with a balanced and evidence-based perspective. To understand how marijuana affects the brain, we need to delve into its chemical makeup. Tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, is the primary psychoactive compound in marijuana. It interacts with the endocannabinoid system, a complex network of receptors found throughout the brain and body. The endocannabinoid system plays a crucial role in regulating various physiological processes, including mood, memory, appetite, and sleep. When THC enters the brain, it binds to cannabinoid receptors, particularly the CB1 receptors, which are highly concentrated in areas associated with cognition, memory, and pleasure. This interaction disrupts the normal functioning of the endocannabinoid system, leading to the characteristic high associated with marijuana use. However, the long-term consequences of this interference on brain structure and function are still being investigated. The short-term effects of marijuana are often immediate and temporary. Users may experience euphoria, relaxation, and altered sensory perception. However, these pleasurable effects can be accompanied by less desirable consequences. Marijuana can impair short-term memory, attention span, and coordination. This can make tasks that require focus and concentration, such as driving or operating machinery, dangerous. Additionally, some individuals may experience anxiety, paranoia, or even panic attacks after using marijuana. These short-term effects typically wear off within a few hours of use. However, the intensity and duration can vary depending on the potency of the marijuana, the method of consumption, and individual tolerance. Section 5. Long-term implications, navigating the uncertainties. While the short-term effects of marijuana are relatively well understood, the long-term consequences are less clear. This uncertainty stems from the complex nature of marijuana and its interaction with the human body over extended periods. This is partly due to the challenges in conducting long-term studies on human subjects. Ethical considerations and the need for prolonged observation periods make such studies difficult to execute. Nonetheless, research suggests that regular, heavy marijuana use, especially starting in adolescence, may have lasting impacts on brain health. Adolescence is a critical period for brain development, and introducing marijuana during this time could potentially alter the brain's natural growth trajectory. Some studies have linked chronic marijuana use to cognitive decline, particularly in areas like memory and executive function. These cognitive functions are essential for daily activities, decision-making, and overall quality of life. However, establishing a definitive causal link remains difficult. The variability in individual responses to marijuana and the presence of confounding variables complicate the interpretation of these findings. Other factors such as genetics, lifestyle, and co-occurring substance use can also influence cognitive health. For instance, a person's genetic makeup might make them more susceptible to the effects of marijuana, while lifestyle choices like diet and exercise can also play a significant role. More research is needed to fully understand the long-term implications of marijuana use on the brain. This includes not only observational studies, but also experimental research that can isolate the specific effects of marijuana from other influencing factors. It's crucial to approach these findings with a critical eye, acknowledging the limitations of current research and the need for further investigation. Only through rigorous and comprehensive research can we hope to uncover the true long-term effects of marijuana use and inform public health policies accordingly. Section 6. A matter of maturity. Adolescent brains and marijuana. The adolescent brain is a work in progress, undergoing significant development and refinement. During this critical period, the brain is laying down the foundation for future cognitive and emotional functioning. This makes it particularly vulnerable to the effects of substances like marijuana. Adolescents are at a stage where their brains are more plastic and adaptable, but also more susceptible to external influences. Research suggests that early and frequent marijuana use during adolescence may interfere with brain development, potentially leading to long-lasting consequences. These consequences can manifest in various ways, affecting both mental and physical health. Studies have shown that adolescents who use marijuana heavily may experience deficits in cognitive function, including memory, attention, and decision-making. These cognitive deficits can hinder academic performance and daily functioning. These deficits can persist even after they stop using marijuana, suggesting potential long-term alterations in brain structure and function. The changes in brain structure can be subtle but significant, impacting the individual's ability to process information and make sound judgments. The developing adolescent brain is particularly sensitive to the effects of THC on the endocannabinoid system. THC, the active component in marijuana, interacts with this system, which is crucial for brain development. This system plays a crucial role in shaping brain circuitry during this critical period, and disruption of its normal function can have lasting consequences. The endocannabinoid system helps regulate mood, memory, and stress response, and its disruption can lead to a range of behavioral and cognitive issues. It's important for adolescents to be aware of these potential risks and make informed decisions about substance use. Education and awareness can help mitigate the impact of marijuana on the developing brain, promoting healthier choices and better outcomes for young people. Section 7. Responsible use. Finding a balance for adults. In this section, we will explore how adults can enjoy marijuana responsibly while minimizing potential risks. For adults, the risks associated with recreational marijuana use appear to be less pronounced than for adolescents. This is largely due to the fact that adult brains are fully developed, reducing the likelihood of long-term cognitive effects. However, moderation and responsible use are still crucial. It's important to understand that even though the risks are lower, they are not entirely absent. While occasional marijuana use may not pose significant risks for most adults, it is essential to be mindful of the frequency and quantity of use. Heavy, long-term use can have negative consequences. Factors such as genetics, personal health history, and lifestyle choices play a significant role in how marijuana affects an individual. Additionally, co-occurring mental health conditions can influence individual susceptibility to the adverse effects of marijuana. It's not just about the physical impact, but also the mental and emotional well-being. It's essential to be aware of these factors and to stay informed about how marijuana interacts with your unique health profile. Consulting with a healthcare professional can provide personalized advice and help you make informed decisions about your marijuana use. Ultimately, responsible marijuana use for adults involves understanding the potential risks, using it in moderation, and being mindful of how it affects your physical and mental well-being. This balanced approach ensures that you can enjoy the benefits while minimizing any negative impacts. Remember, the key to responsible use is awareness, moderation, and mindfulness. By following these principles, adults can find a healthy balance that works for them. Section 8. Weighing the evidence correlation versus causation. It's important to distinguish between correlation and causation when interpreting research on marijuana's effects on the brain. Many studies show a correlation between marijuana use and certain cognitive or mental health outcomes. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that marijuana use directly causes these outcomes. Other factors, such as genetics, environment, lifestyle, and co-occurring substance use, can all contribute to these outcomes. More research is needed to establish clear causal links and to disentangle the complex interplay of factors that influence brain health. While research on marijuana's effects on the brain is ongoing, It's crucial to approach the evidence with a critical eye, recognizing the limitations of current studies and the need for further investigation. Section 9. Making informed choices, your brain, your responsibility. The decision of whether or not to use recreational marijuana is a personal one. There is no one-size-fits-all answer. The key is to make informed choices based on a balanced understanding of the potential risks and benefits. Consider your age, health history, and any potential vulnerabilities. If you're concerned about the impact of marijuana on your brain health, consult with a healthcare professional. They can provide personalized advice based on your individual circumstances. Ultimately, the best way to protect your brain health is to stay informed, make responsible choices, and prioritize your overall well-being.